What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video, and welcome to episode 3 of MLB Hot Takes. Today we're going to be talking about all sorts of different hot takes from around the game of baseball. If you want to be featured in next week's video, don't forget to leave a comment on this video with your hottest MLB take, or follow me on Twitter or Instagram. I usually post on one of them. Sometimes I post on both of them to try to get your guys' hot takes to feature in this video. I'm just going to go straight through these hot takes, so let's get into the video. Don't forget to subscribe for daily MLB content. Now let's go talk about some hot takes. Alright, our first take is coming to us from YouTube on last week's video, coming from my boy Ethan. I really don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm not going to say it loud, but if he lets me know how to pronounce it, maybe I'll say it in the next video. Ethan says that the White Sox are not going to win the American League Central. And I'll be honest, coming into this season, I would have not bought this even a little bit, but right now, with all the injuries they've had, I'll be honest, I really think this is a possibility. I think there is probably a 50-50 shot that they win the AL Central. I know they're still the best team on paper by a large margin, but I don't know, man. The way the Twins have been playing, the way the Guardians have played on a few hot stretches lately, it's going to be a very difficult division to win. Not a difficult division to win for a good team, but the way that the White Sox are playing right now, I wouldn't have them winning any division except for the AL Central. So I'm kind of buying this one. I wouldn't say I'm all in on it, but there's definitely a good chance that the Twins or the Guardians, or maybe even the Tigers, win this division other than the White Sox. Next up, we got one coming over from, I hate names like these. I can't figure it out. It's either Jamie or Jaime. I think it's Jaime. I want to say Jaime Lannister coming over here. Hot take: the Marlins will make it to the National League Championship Series. Now, this may seem like a take that most people would sell, but I'll be honest, man, I'm kind of buying this one because they have such a good rotation. And think about a postseason rotation with this team right now. You got Sandy Alcantara game 1, probably. You got Pablo Lopez game 2, probably. And then game 3, who do you have? You have Jesus Luzardo, I guess, right now? That's a damn good 1-2-3 right there. That is a damn good 1-2-3. And then you got a very solid bullpen in the back there. Honestly, their offense is a little bit sketchy, but look at the 2019 Nationals. They had maybe, what, 2 good players on that team? And you already have Jorge Soler, who has been proven to be a postseason just machine. So I don't know, man. I really think this is a possibility. If the Marlins are able to make the postseason, even as a wild card, I do think they're capable of a deep postseason run. Pitching is king in the postseason. Same thing with defense. And they've got those two things. They just don't have a lot of offense. And honestly, you just need clutch hits in the postseason. So anyways, I'm actually kind of buying this. I'd say there's a pretty good chance that the Marlins, if they make the playoffs, make it to the NLCS. He also adds that he thinks Trey Turner is going to win NL MVP. I am absolutely selling this. Dude is off to a very slow start. And honestly, last year I thought he had a better chance at NL MVP, but this year I really don't think so. There's a lot of good players in the National League right now. I don't think Trey Turner's even in the conversation. Next up, coming to me from Twitter, we got my boy Austin 46Y. He changed it up on me. Tommy Edmond is a top 5 second baseman. Off the top of my head, what do we got? I'd take Altuve over him. I don't know. Who even qualifies at second base this year? I gotta look that up. All right, so out of qualified second baseman, I got the list pulled up over here. I'd take Jazz Chisholm over him. I'd probably take Jeff McNeil, especially the way he's playing right now. I think I would take Ozzie Albies. Outside of that, man, yeah, honestly, I'd probably have Tommy Edmond right around the 5 spot. You could argue DJ LeMahieu, you could argue Jake Cronenworth, maybe Santiago Espinal, the way he's been playing. I think he has a chance to be pretty good, but yeah, I'd say Tommy Edmond right around that 5 spot. Feels pretty good for him. Second base is by no means a stacked position, so it's not really saying too much, but a top 5 second baseman, I could definitely see Tommy Edmond being a top 5 second baseman. I'm buying that. Next up, we've got another hot take regarding the AL Central coming to my boy Death Star Chris over on Twitter. The Guardians will win the American League Central. So this kind of ties in with the other one we talked about, with the White Sox not winning the AL Central. I'll be honest, I think the Twins would be my favorite to win it if the if the White Sox aren't going to win it. I think the Twins would be the best bet, in my opinion. So I'm kind of selling this one. I don't think the Guardians have the offense nor the back-end pitching that I thought they had. So I would say Guardians' third place team is their ceiling at the moment. So I'm definitely going to be selling this one. I don't really see a future where the Guardians make it. Maybe if Franmil Reyes starts going off, but he's been terrible to start the year. Obviously, J-Ram's a god. Stephen Kwan's been really good. We have a Stephen Kwan hot take coming up too, but Yeah, overall, I really don't see a perceivable future like Doctor Strange. Shout out to Doctor Strange, the new movie coming out tonight. You know, when he like looks at all the possibilities of the future outcomes, I feel like there's not a single future outcome where the Guardians win this AL Central. So I'm selling this right now. Give me the Twins, give me the White Sox, battle it out for that first place spot. All right, next up for my boy Steven Tang, at Tango85 on Twitter. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will never win an MVP award, but Bo Bichette will. Now, this is an interesting one because some players are really, really good, but never win an MVP award. It's definitely a possibility. I wouldn't rule this one out. I'm not going to say I'm buying it particularly, but I wouldn't rule it out. Yeah, I mean, there's some good guys who never won an MVP award. Mike Piazza never won one. Manny Ramirez never won one. Adrian Beltre, David Ortiz, Jim Thome. So there's some Hall of Famers who have never won an MVP award. So it's definitely a possibility. I think Bo Bichette has the speed that Vlad Jr. doesn't have, and that could definitely factor into him winning one over Vlad Jr. But I would have to say I'm selling this one out. I think Vlad Jr. is a lock to win at least one MVP. He's got like 10 years of prime baseball left, so the odds that he doesn't win one are so low. He's got to win one at some point. So I'm selling this one. I love you, Tango, but I'm selling this one. Next up from Lumpy Oatmeal Gaming over on Twitter, we've got Manny Machado is the next player to get to 3,000 hits. Now, I did have to do some research into this one. I went to look at it. I wasn't sure if I was going to buy this one, but honestly, at this point, Manny Machado is in the best position to do it. He's only 29 years old. He's played 10 Major League seasons. He has more hits than Trout. So he's younger than Trout. He has more hits than Trout. If he doesn't do it, I'd say the next closest guy to do it would probably be Juan Soto. I'm not sure if Trout can do it. Trout would have to get 200 hits per season till his age, I think, 38 season, I did the math. So, honestly, Trout's not in a good spot to do it right now. Manny Machado is in a pretty good spot to do it. He's just got to stay healthy. And if he does, I think there's a pretty good chance that he does get it. So, I would say I'm buying this right now. He is the best candidate to get to 3,000 hits next. But I will be honest, I'm still not sure if he does it. He would just have to stay healthy and productive through probably at least his age 36, 37 season, maybe even all the way to 40 years old like Trout or like Pujols and Miguel Cabrera did. Pujols didn't really stay productive, but he signed that massive contract. So maybe if Machado signs a bigger contract, I think he's signed through his like age 37 season already, so I think there's a pretty good chance that Manny Machado does it. I'm buying this right now. Next up, we've got Stephen Kwan will be the next Ty Cobb, and he does profile similar. I see the comparison, okay? I will be honest. I see the comparison, but he's never going to be a Ty Cobb. There's never going to be another Ty Cobb. Does Stephen Kwan, is he even that fast? Because Ty Cobb had the speed, he had the contact, and allegedly he could have hit home runs. He just didn't want to. There's an old, like, folktale legend story of him saying, like, if I wanted to hit home runs, I would. And he went out and hit like 3 home runs in a game just for fun. And then he said, see, I can do it. And then he never did it again. So I don't know. There's a whole legend that he could do that. I got to look at Stephen Kwan. Let's see. Maybe if he's fast, then there's a chance. Okay, so he's in the 82nd percentile in speed. So he's pretty fast. He's one of the faster guys out there. He does not hit for power at all. He did it his first career home run yesterday, though. So that was pretty cool. I see the comparison. I'm just going to say that. I see the comparison between him and Ty Cobb. I don't think he's anywhere near Ty Cobb's level, and I don't think he ever will be. But I see the comparison. I see where you're getting at, Travis. By the way, that was from NMR Burner over on Twitter. I don't think I said his name, so NMR Burner, shout out to you. We got one more non-Angels related hot take, then we'll get into the Angels one. This one is coming from Jack Passon over on Twitter. The Blue Jays having a mostly right-handed hitting lineup will cost them. I have been I think I've talked about this one before. I do kind of feel this way. For me, it's more so not necessarily the right-handedness of the lineup, it is how top-heavy it is. The top of their order is phenomenal, especially when healthy. You know, Vlad Jr., Bo Bichette's a monster, Teoscar Hernandez is a monster, George Springer, one of the most underrated players in baseball. I feel like we all forgot about George Springer, but I do agree it is extremely right-handed, and if you get a guy who is really good at getting right-handed hitters out, it is going to be a huge problem for this team. Luckily, some of them have very good splits against righties. Off the top of my head, I know Vlad Jr. has good right-handed splits. I'm pretty sure Bo Bichette does too, but other than that, I think the rest of the lineup favors lefties pretty heavily, so it could definitely be a problem, especially if they make the postseason. This could definitely coming to be potentially be a pretty big factor for them. You know, you get a team that has a really good right-handed side of the bullpen like the Angels, it could be a problem for them. I'm just saying. So I am kind of buying this. I do think it could be a little bit of an issue for them. We're gonna rapid fire some Angels hot takes real quick to end off the video. I try not to make it too Angels related, but you know, we're always going to get Angels ones. My Twitter is all Angels fans. Most of my YouTube is Angels fans. So if you want your team to be featured in the next week's video, put a hot take for them down in the comments. I want to talk about teams. I want to talk about the Reds. You know what? Here's a hot take for you. The Reds are going to win less. You know, they're going to lose more than 110 games this year. The Reds will lose more than 110 games this year. That is my hot take. I don't even know if that's a hot take at this point. I think they're on pace to win like 30 games at the moment. So I'm not really sure how hot of a take that is, but I'm throwing that out there. So give me some hot takes for teams that aren't the Angels down in the comments, because I want to talk about other teams. Let me know. All right, the first Angels hot take is coming from Paul Go Ducks. Hot take, Ohtani is a better pitcher than he is a hitter. I'm actually buying this right now. I think Ohtani is just... I don't know. He needs to be more consistent on the mound. That's my only problem with him. Because against the Astros, he looked like the best pitcher in baseball. Against the Red Sox, he looked like the best pitcher in baseball. But in his other 2 starts this year, or his other 3 starts, he just hasn't looked amazing. He had a terrible outing against the Rangers. Terrible outing. I think he gave up 5 or 6 earned runs. Terrible outing against the Rangers. He had a pretty bad outing against another team. I can't remember who it was. It might have been the Orioles. He just has, you know, he'll have a really dominant, amazing outing where he looks perfect, and then the next outing he looks terrible. So I want to see some more consistency from Ohtani before I'm going to buy this hot take. Next up, we got hot take Angels will make it to the ALCS, coming over from Lakers for Life over on YouTube. Oh man, I want to buy this so bad. I really do. I really do want to buy this hot take. I just don't know. The AL is pretty stacked this year, so it's going to be really tough. You'd have to get past the Yankees. You'd have to get past... You'd either have to get past the Yankees, the Astros, the Blue Jays. There's a lot of teams you'd have to get past to get to the ALCS. I would love to buy this, but right now I'm selling it. I don't think they are the second best team in the American League yet, but who knows? Maybe if the Yankees, you know, take out the Blue Jays for us, or, you know, things happen. Things happen. You never know once you get to the postseason. I'm more focused about getting into the postseason right now, staying on top of the AL West. If the Angels make it, I think they could make a deep playoff run, though. And last but not least, coming from your average Halo fan at AnthonyZ2014 over on Twitter, we've got Angels trade Jo Adell at the deadline. I'm not saying that I want it to happen, but I'm curious to see if it happens. I will be honest, I don't know what kind of value Jo Adell brings right now. Every single team in baseball has watched him play defense. I guarantee you. I'm sure there's scouts at every game that he's playing in, because people want to see if he has any potential. And I think he does have potential, but until he shows it on a major league stage, I don't think he has any value. I'll be honest, he's a cool throw-in, and I think he could be maybe a diamond in a rough for a team to pick up if they are looking for a throw-in piece. But at this point, I don't think he's the centerpiece of a trade involving Luis Castillo, or a centerpiece of a trade that's going to get Frankie Montas. I think he's a throw-in piece at this point. So I don't think he has enough value to trade right now. So I'm going to be selling this. I don't think Jo Adell leaves the Angels. That is going to do it for us in this episode of Hot Takes. Don't forget to submit your hot takes down in the comment section below. Give me some variety. I want to see some other teams in here. Follow me on Twitter if you want to submit them there, or Instagram. It's NMR Sports 30 on both of those platforms. Thanks again so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily MLB content. I'm not sure when our next watch party is going to be, by the way. I might do one tonight, depending on how my mom feels. I'm picking up my mom from the airport tonight, and she's going to be here all weekend, so it's going to be a pretty busy weekend for me. Don't expect any watch parties this weekend, but I'll still try to get some videos out to you guys every morning. So appreciate you guys watching. I will see you all in the next one. Y'all have a great rest of your day.